What type of perverted person are you? I want to know right now.
Yep, I'm on.
Imagine being a student in a strict and unsocial school environment. It can be pretty tough, right? But imagine in that very same school if you find a teacher who is friendly, who understands you, and truly connects with you. A teacher who everyone respects and has a good saying for. But now, imagine if that very same teacher does something so awful and horrible that your entire perception and image for them shatters. This is the shocking and disturbing story of Brittany Zamora, a school teacher who crossed unimaginable boundaries with her 13-year-old student. Brittany Zamora was living a picture-perfect life, a life that anyone could have. She was young, beautiful, and academically successful. She had graduated from the Arizona State University, and after graduating, she married her high school sweetheart, Daniel Zamora. Brittany Zamora possibly had everything she could have ever asked for. After graduation, Zamora landed a job as a teacher at Littleton Elementary School, where she was also awarded the Teacher of the Year award in 2016. She was an incredible teacher, and in return, the children adored her. She definitely had a promising future ahead. But in 2017, when Zamora accepted her new position as a 6th grade teacher in Las Brisas Academy, things took a horrifying turn. By fall 2017, Brittany had been in Las Brisas Academy for almost an year. One day, she casually told her students that she wouldn't be in school the next day. Before leaving, she added,
before we all left, she said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna be at school, so if you get bored, text me, because I'll be really bored." And I said, "Hi, Miss Moore," and then she texted back, "Hi."
The question here is, why would a professional teacher say something like that to a class full of 13-year-old students? The next day, Zamora's absence was noticed, and one of her students, a 13-year-old boy, decided to text her saying, "Hi, Miss Zamora." What initially started as a cute, casual texting soon enough escalated into something much more darker and disturbing. As the text conversations continued, they soon became flirtatious. What began as a friendly banter soon led into Brittany saying things like, "I love you." And eventually she started talking about her inappropriate desires. And soon enough, they had their first kiss.
First time we kissed, I was saying bye to her and I gave her a hug and she started kissing me, so I kissed her back.
Of course, initiated by Brittany. Yes, a 27-year-old initiating a kiss with a 13-year-old boy. It might seem strange, and it is strange. Followed next are a series of disturbing events. According to the police reports, Brittany and the 13-year-old boy had at least 4 sexual encounters. The boy revealed that their first sexual encounter was on February 16, 2018, when Brittany drove her car to his grandparents' house, and the boy snuck out and they had oral sex in her car. Now, if you're thinking this is probably worse, you can't imagine what happened next. Later, on March 7, 2018, after a school talent show, Brittany and the boy had sex in the classroom.
We were doing a talent show thing, and I was saying bye. Me and my friend were about to walk, and I was saying bye, and then I grabbed my backpack, and my friend was messing with her computer, and then she was kissing me and everything, and she was like, "You want to go in?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You want to go in?" And I was like, "Sure." And then the same thing, I didn't take my pants off or anything, but she was wearing a dress, so she just pulled her underwear to the side, and then I was in there for a minute, and then I was like, I don't know, I was like, "Alright, I gotta go."
Meanwhile, one of his friends was watching them.
I was one of the witnesses, or one of the people that saw Ms. Zamora and my friend. touch each other.
Was Miss Zamora saying anything?
No, they're just doing it. It was very uncomfortable. So that's why the second day they're doing stuff, I just left the room.
Yes, a young student, 13-year-old, was watching them while they were doing it. Later, that very same boy revealed to the police that he had felt very uncomfortable watching them. Now, can you imagine just being a boy who's just 13 years old and having to forcefully watch such an act unfold? But the thing is, it didn't end there. It kept on getting worse and worse. Other students in Brittany's class started noticing that this particular student was getting A grade without doing any work. Some of them even noticed that the two of them had inappropriate behaviors within class. Now, 3 students who had their suspicions on them made a joint letter and submitted it to Timothy Dickey, the principal of Las Brisas Academy.
I had those 3 students come forward in early February.
Okay.
They gave me a written statement, and I started.
When Principal Dickey confronted Brittany about these allegations, Brittany completely denied it. She even broke down in tears and said things like, "I don't know why is this happening to me. My life is completely dedicated to my husband and my career." Now, without any evidence, Principal Dickey couldn't take any action against her.
She started crying eventually, and she said, I don't know. The only 2 things I care about in my life were, my husband and my...
Things took a dramatic turn when the parents' boy noticed there were certain behavioral changes in his son. Now, being suspicious, they installed a parental monitoring app on his phone, which would alert them whenever he used certain words like baby in his text messages. Soon enough, notifications started to flood in, with multiple text messages having the word baby in them. Alarmed, the boy's parents finally confronted him, asking if he was having a sexual relationship with his teacher, and he admitted to everything. Imagine the heartbreak and shock of their parents, who must have met Brittany multiple times before and would have trusted their child's education with her. Immediately, the boy's parents contacted the school principal and the police. That very evening, Brittany called the boy's parents and asked them to settle this matter privately.
What type of perverted person are you? I want to know right now. You're a child molester. Do you understand me? No.
Why do you say that?
Oh, gee, I'm a lot smarter than you.
Can we meet, to talk about this?
Miss-
Something we can settle out, outside?
Oh yeah, that's what we can do. So I can give you a chance to do it to some other kid. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. That's exactly, no. And make sure you tell your husband what's going on.
He's right here. Can he talk to you?
Oh yeah, put your husband on the phone.
She's done so much, and she made a huge mistake. The biggest mistake of anybody could ever make in the whole entire world. But she think about, God preaches forgiveness, man.
Your wife decided to be a monster and prey on a child. She scarred my son mentally. Do you understand what a 13-year-old boy did? Having sex with a teacher? Do you get that at all? Do me a favor. Do not call this number back again. The next time you'll hear from me will be...
Can you believe that she actually wanted to hide this horrifying incident under the rug? But it was too late. On March 22, 2018, Brittany Zamora was arrested and charged with multiple felonies, including sexual conduct with a minor. In July 2019, sentencing and hearing of Brittany Zamora, she stood there in court facing her consequences. She apologized and she claimed that she was not the monster everyone thought she was. Considering that she didn't have any previous criminal record, she was sentenced with 20 years in jail, and that was considered lenient, as she could have faced up to 44 years in jail. The boy's father also made a statement in the court where he mentioned Brittany would not interfere in their lives ever again. He stated his son would grow up, have a good life, get married, and have children of his own, and she would never be a part of it. What happened was horrifying, and as we wrap up this case, it reminds us that these events can be very impactful for the victim, the family, and the community. It is high time that parents have a lookout of their children and their gadgets, and for the educators to bear in mind of the children's safety. Let's all hope that the young victim and the family find strength and healing in moving forward.